Thanks for joining us for this COVID-19 and city news briefing for Friday, October 2nd. We'll start with today's test numbers. These are system-wide numbers for Forest General, Merit Health Wesley, Hattiesburg Clinic, Simrai, and Moffett Health Center. As of this morning, 63,637 tests have been conducted. 6,925 have come back positive, 56,435 negative. We have 277 tests currently pending. In the hospital today, between Merit Health Wesley and Forest General, we have 43 people who are COVID positive. Of those 43, we have 13 who are in the ICU, which is still just over 300 where we've been for the last 2 weeks. Again, promising signs and hospitalizations, as you see in this next slide, kind of where we've come from. We're continuing to see that ICU level drop. We stay in the low 40s in hospitalizations. Statewide today, 672 new cases statewide, 20 new deaths. None of the deaths came from Forest and Lamar counties. We did have double digits in terms of new positive cases. Forest County had 15, Lamar County had 13. Of course, that's better than what we saw yesterday. We had over 20 in Forest County and around 40 in Lamar County. So we're hoping as we go into the weekend that maybe we'll see those numbers begin to kind of head off and come down. 2,583 cases since this began in Forest County, 1,815 in Lamar County. Our 5-day average, we're staying under 40, but we're higher than we want to be. Continue to stay in the double digits, and we want to see that turn around. The inside 14-day number, again, this is the number of people who have received their positive test result within the last 2 weeks. Gives you kind of an idea of how many active cases you could have in your community. As of today, that number is 266. Of course, we had about 14 days ago, we had a big number for both Forest and Lamar counties, and so you'll probably see this inside 14-day number drop slightly tomorrow. We want it to keep dropping, and so Lamar County, that number is at 238. So between the two of them, we're over 500 for the metro area. Compared to a week ago, we had 209 cases inside 14 days. Numbers continue to rise to 266 in Forest County. We're about 70 over in Lamar County where we were a week ago. So all told, just over 125 more new cases this week as compared to last week. However, again, the promising sign for us in terms of positive is the hospitalizations and ICUs dropping throughout the week. We want to continue as we go into the weekend protecting the vulnerable people, those who are over the age of 60, people with underlying or chronic health conditions. I think as we've seen currently with our president coming down with COVID and his wife, this can affect anyone, and so that's why it's important that we protect the vulnerable. Also, while we're doing that, we prevent overrun of the healthcare system by keeping the vulnerable from getting sick in the first place, and we continue prioritizing public health while giving the private sector the space to operate. We did yesterday sign Executive Order 2020-19 that does extend the mask orders for the city of Hattiesburg for employees of businesses, for customers and retail establishments, for those who just go out in public who cannot socially distance. You're required to wear a mask while in the city of Hattiesburg. We did extend in-person dining to 1 a.m. However, of course, Governor Reeves says there will be no alcohol sold after 11 p.m. We also extend the capacity limits and social distancing requirements on those retail stores as well. Several pieces of city news for you going into the weekend. Of course, tomorrow is our Right Way to Throwaway Day. That's from 8 to 2. If you're in Forest County, you can go to Bobby Chain Airport. If you're in Lamar County, you can go to the Multipurpose Center. We do ask that you wear a mask when you pull up, that you not get out of your car, and if you can, put all the things that you wish to leave in your trunk or in the bed of your truck. Also tomorrow, the 15th annual historic Mobile Street Renaissance Festival. It's a little bit different format this year because of COVID. We'll be having drive-through food vendors from 10 to 7. Of course, I'll tell you about the Civil Rights Marker unveiling in just a second. There's also a drive-in movie at the African American Military History Museum, which is the old USO Club on 6th Street from 8 to 11 p.m., which will start with cartoons and end with a showing of Black Panther. We appreciate all the people, and especially Ward 2 Councilperson Deborah Delgado for putting this on every year. Finally, our act of courage. One of the things that will happen tomorrow is a Civil Rights Marker unveiling from 10 to 11:30. This honors those plaintiffs in the ICP versus Luther Cox court case in 1950. It was a very historic civil rights case. For you to find out more about this and to see the historic Civil Rights Marker, we invite you to come down tomorrow at 10 a.m. At Mobile Street for the entire festival. As we go into the weekend, remember to wash your hands, take care of yourself mentally and physically. Please wear a mask if you go out in public. Do only what is essential, and remember, you're safer at home. Have a great weekend.